Hello, my Roslins and Roskins. Mother is back, and I want to talk about something that people usually just don't really think about. So, on your weight loss journey, you want to think about, do you want liquid calories or do you not want liquid calories? And what I mean by that is that I see a lot of girlies that love to, have their coffee in the morning with their cream and sugar, etc. And then you see girlies that like to go get ices and like to get certain things that are high in calories or drink their sodas or eat even drink even smoothies, right? Because that still has a lot of calories if you're not cognitive of what you're putting inside your blender. Or juicing. Juicing doesn't really have calories, so I'm going to not put that really here, but I'll still mention it. It's honorable mention, right? And also just the fact that you are somebody that might like tea as well. Tea can be a non-calorie drink and it can also be a calorie drink depending on how much sugar and all this stuff you want to put inside your tea. Some people put milk and stuff and dairy products in their tea or plant-based milk in their tea and coffee, etc. Some people put Cool Whip on their drinks. Some people get McFlurries. Some people get so many different types of things, hot chocolate. Like, okay, mother is bringing this up because sometimes you're actually eating all the right things but drinking all the wrong things. And yes, there is a difference. And so, that being said, mother just wants to bring this to your awareness on your weight loss journey because it's nothing wrong with a tasty drink. But mother is always going to say, find the substitution. We know this. Just like mother says, like, pretty is pretty, mother also feels like health is health, right? Okay, calories are calories. No matter what you want to say, whether they're healthy or bad, they're still calories. And if we're trying to reach our weight loss goals, right? Because I'm gonna reach mine, but if you're trying to reach your weight loss goals as well, you want to make sure that you're not feigning ignorance when it comes down to everything you put inside your mouth and digest, including what you drink or anything in liquid form. So, in regards to, like, let's say you're someone who likes McFlurries and ices and stuff. Mother personally, one of my guilty pleasures is snow cones. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It satisfies my sweet tooth. It's ice, and you can also buy sugar-free, no-cal like sweeteners or whatnot and put it inside of there, and then you can have a low-cal like icy sweet type of cold like treat. So me personally, I will always substitute that with ice cream. Also, shout out from my vegan lifestyle. You can also make a banana ice cream with just banana, a protein mix, like maybe use protein chocolate, like chocolate protein shake, whatever. And I would say almond milk. That's what I use. You put it in a blender and you like blend it up and then you put it inside the freezer, let it freeze. There you have natural like protein banana type of ice cream or a treat, right? With smoothies, you just want to be cognitive of how much of each thing you're like blending in there. So if you're making a smoothie, you put your ice, you put your like dairy or almond based milk. I love plant based milk. Almond milk's my favorite, and you have your bananas, your strawberries, your blueberries. Just be cognitive of how much of each serving you're putting in there because the calories still add up. Because just because it's healthy doesn't mean that it doesn't have calories. It'll have calories, but they're good calories, but they're still calories nonetheless. Because it's all about balancing, even when you are eating healthy. Another thing with tea, mother had to learn quick and over time how to drink my tea without any type of sugar. I used to be a Splenda stevia girly, okay? I would have to put sugar inside of my tea or else it didn't taste well because if it was addictive with the sugar, right? So another thing you could think about is if you really, really love sugar, you could try monk fruit. I have found that that's like a healthier alternative as well. Or something like that, yeah. Some people use guave or whatever. I forgot what it's called. It's like guave or something, which is healthy, but it's still calories. So mother would advise you to learn how to drink your tea straight up with no chaser, no nothing, no sugar, no milk, no nothing, just straight tea. I like to brew my tea and just drink it. period, because it still has a flavor. You can also opt to drink like blueberry teas, herbal teas. Herbal teas will really make your life better. I promise you. Because it has a certain taste to it that makes it taste like flowery, natural, and like berry like, depending on what type of tea you're using. Like I like a mint tea, peppermint tea, because it tastes minty and I don't put any sugar in it. It tastes so good. So these are things you want to think about. Coffee. When it comes down to coffee, some people have learned how to just drink black coffee and call it a day. Or if you do put cream in it, you only use like one cream packet instead of like three or four. You learn how to possibly get sugar-free creamer, dairy-free creamer, things like that that won't really aggravate you as much if you're sensitive to those things. Sometimes you could just use creamer without the sugar, right? So me, what I learned is like to put, if you're going to drink coffee with creamer, to just put creamer that's flavored as in a like vanilla or hazelnut, but don't add any sugar. Don't add sugar. Just drink it with the creamer. That's it. Like you just have to learn how to find a balance, because really a lot of times we eat all this sugary stuff because we're addicted to the sugar, or we have to have these like sugary drinks because we're addicted to the sugar, and you don't have to eat that way, or in this case drink that way. I know I mentioned, okay, I talked about ice cream, talked about snow cones, I talked about tea, I talked about coffee. Oh yeah, Cool Whip, things like that. Like when you go out to these different places and restaurants and you're getting all this shit talking about, oh, it tastes so good, I gotta try this drink, this strawberry lemonade from Wendy's. Make your own strawberry lemonade with actual lemons and strawberries, okay? Like I said, it's all about substitution. No one's saying that you cannot drink these different type of yummy, delicious beverages. But what Mother is saying, even with hot chocolate, they have like a mushroom type of chocolate thing, or protein hot chocolates, like all these different substitutes you can have that makes your, if you're going to eat the, well, drink the calories, if you're going to drink the calories, make it worth your while. Let it add protein to you. Let it be something that's worth your while. Even protein shakes, like I will drink a protein shake, you know, and it's like 120 calories, but it has a lot of protein, like 15 grams, so it's worth it because it's adding to my protein intake for the day. What Mother is saying ultimately is that when you are drinking anything, think about whether or not it's adding towards your goal or taking away from it, or if you just want to add that into your calorie intake for the day and be okay with that. So if you're going to drink that Starbucks coffee or whatever type of coffee you're going to have that you know has a lot of calories, like 400 calories, make sure you're subtracting that from your calorie deficit number for the day, because those are still calories. You cannot act like you're not consuming calories even though it's in a liquid form, because you still are. And even with water, what I found out for me, something that encourages me to drink more water is also to get 0 calorie sweeteners. Now you want to be careful because you can become addicted to these 0 calorie sweeteners, or they have like Crystal Light mixes where it's only 5 calories. So you could try that too if you're craving something sweet. But like Mother said, like just be cognitive and open to the fact that when you're creating and drinking and doing all these different things with these beverages, that it can really balloon you up and keep you stagnant with your weight loss goals if you're not cognitive about it and if you're not strategic with what you're consuming and drinking. And if you don't add it to your calorie deficit intake for the day, you're going to go over calories naturally because you're drinking calories. Just because it's liquid doesn't mean that it has 0 calories, unless it says it literally has 0 calories. The only thing that has 0 calories guaranteed is water. Period, point blank. No one could convince me anything else. Period, point blank. That's just the truth. Everything else is subject if you add things to it, just like water. So you just want to be mindful of that. So with that, Mother is going to say, ciao. Think about your life decisions. Hashtag your beverages. Oh, no, I can't say ciao yet, because one more thing, because I forgot this one. Mother doesn't drink at all. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. Okay, I'm not that type of woman. But for those of you who are, who have to have your glass of wine and your alcohol, that is going to pack on the beer gut. So you need to be cognitive of that too. For all of my Rosalynds who want to have a good time by yourself or with friends, with your significant other, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever you're with, right? Drinking adds calories. It also adds a gut over time. Please limit that shit, or else it's going to be putting a limit on you and your ability to lose that weight. Amen. Amen. Okay, now moving on. So with that, Mother's going to say ciao for real this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this advice episode in regards to your beverages, and just be mindful so that you can actually become a skinny legend. Okay, ciao.